Imagine having the same strategic mindset as the kings who conquered nations, the CEOs who built billion-dollar empires, and the leaders who shaped the course of history. What if you could think like them, make decisions like them, and navigate power with the same level of clarity? In 1513, one man dared to write down the raw truth about power. That man was Niccolò Machiavelli, and his book, The Prince, was so controversial it was banned in parts of Europe for centuries. Yet, it became the most studied political guide by presidents, monarchs, generals, and executives alike. Why? Because Machiavelli didn't sugarcoat the truth. He saw through the polite masks of society and revealed what really drives influence, authority, and success. He understood the darkest fundamentals of human nature, truths that remain unchanged today. And here's the key: you don't have to be ruthless to learn from Machiavelli. You don't need to manipulate others to benefit from his insights. In fact, if you want to protect yourself from being controlled by others, you should study his teachings. Knowledge is power, and understanding the rules of the game is the first step to playing it wisely. As the old saying goes, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Even if you never wield power over others, you should understand how it works, because others will try to wield it over you. Machiavelli's The Prince wasn't just a book, it was a survival manual for real-world power. In it, he shared principles, so bold and brutally honest that they still echo in politics, business, and leadership circles more than 500 years later. Let's break down 8 of his most impactful ideas, principles still used by the most relentless and successful leaders in modern history. Principle 1. Master the art of adaptability. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. Machiavelli knew that power belongs to those who adapt. Success isn't about having one perfect strategy. It's about being flexible enough to pivot when the world shifts around you. Think of Netflix. It started as a DVD rental company, but adapted to become the global streaming giant we know today. It survived by evolving, by mastering the art of change. In leadership, business, or life, your plan A will eventually get outdated. You must always have a plan B, and a mindset ready for plan C. Adaptability is your survival skill. Those who cling to the past get crushed by the future. Principle 2. Fear versus love in leadership. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. This idea is often misunderstood. Machiavelli isn't advocating cruelty. He's highlighting a truth about respect, accountability, and power dynamics. In the modern workplace, a boss who's merely liked may be ignored. Deadlines are missed. Loyalty is selective. But a leader who commands respect, sometimes through fear of consequences, gets results, not because people are terrified, but because they don't want to disappoint or underdeliver. Take Steve Jobs, for example. He wasn't known for being warm or friendly, but his relentless standards pushed Apple to create world-changing innovations. People feared letting him down, and that fear drove excellence. Principle 3. The fox and the lion. A prince must be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. This is perhaps Machiavelli's most profound insight. Success demands 2 traits: cunning and strength. The fox is clever, able to detect danger and deception. The lion is bold, able to take action and dominate when necessary. You need both. Intelligence without strength is ignored. Strength without strategy is reckless. Look at Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter, now X. Many mocked his plan at first, calling it a mistake. But he played the fox, positioning himself wisely, securing funding, waiting for the right moment. Then he became the lion, making bold changes, reshaping the platform, and using it as a tool of influence. The result, he gained both wealth and cultural power. Principle 4. The power of perception. Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are. Machiavelli understood something that modern branding experts, influencers, and executives still leverage. Perception is reality. People form judgments based on appearances, on confidence, posture, language, and presence long before they assess your actual capabilities. This isn't about being fake. It's about understanding that your public image is a tool, just like your skills. In today's digital world, this principle is more important than ever. A strong personal brand can open doors before you ever speak. The way you carry yourself online and offline sends a message, even on the street. This rule applies. A confident person walking with purpose is far less likely to be targeted than someone who looks distracted, insecure, or lost. Power is not just what you are, it's what you project. Principle 5. Strategy over force. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. This principle is not about lying or manipulation, it's about efficiency in strategy. Machiavelli knew that brute strength is often wasteful. If you can win a battle with positioning, foresight, or subtle leverage, why exhaust your resources with direct confrontation? In business, this means entering markets through a back door rather than challenging giants head-on. A great example is Toyota's entry into the US auto market. Instead of competing with American car makers on their turf, big trucks and muscle cars, Toyota launched smaller, fuel-efficient vehicles. It filled a void no one else saw, then slowly expanded its dominance. That's strategy over force. In the workplace, this means preparing for meetings with sharp data or timing your argument when it will have maximum impact. Outsmart, don't overpower. Principle 6. The power of timing. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Knowing the right move is one thing, acting at the right time is another. Machiavelli believed that many people come to the correct conclusion, but only the successful act quickly and decisively when it matters. Timing creates advantage. A good decision made too late becomes useless. A warning ignored until disaster strikes is wisdom wasted. In business, leadership, or life, hesitation can cost you opportunities. Those who succeed often do so not because they were the smartest, but because they were the fastest to act. Waiting for the perfect moment is often just fear disguised as patience. Principle 7. Manage your circle. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. This principle is timeless. Whether you're leading a nation or building a startup, your circle defines your ceiling. Machiavelli knew that leaders are judged and often shaped by the company they keep. In today's terms, your network is your leverage. Surround yourself with people who are competent, honest, and forward-thinking, and you'll rise. Surround yourself with flatterers, gossipers, or yes-men, and you'll fall blind to reality. Evaluate the people around you. Do they challenge your thinking? Do they help you grow? Or do they drain your energy and hold you back? The most successful leaders, founders, and creators curate their circle with intention. Be one of them. Principle 8. Bold decision-making. I'm not interested in preserving the status quo. I want to overthrow it. This isn't rebellion for its own sake. It's a statement about taking initiative. Machiavelli saw that maintaining the current system is often riskier than daring to change it. Comfort is seductive, but it breeds stagnation. If you're trying to grow your business, career, or life, clinging to old systems can be fatal. Instead, make calculated, courageous moves that challenge norms and shake up routines. Think like an innovator. Question what others accept. Challenge what's always been done. In the real world, safe rarely wins. Machiavelli's brilliance wasn't about manipulation. It was about stripping away illusions. He revealed how power actually works, how people actually think, and how influence actually flows. For over 500 years, The Prince has remained relevant because it speaks to unchanging truths about power, perception, and human nature. You don't have to be ruthless to learn from it. You just need to understand the rules of the game, because whether you like it or not, others are playing. Whether you're building a career, leading a business, or navigating complex relationships, these 8 Machiavellian insights can help you make smarter, stronger, and more strategic decisions. Now the question is, which principle will you apply first? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you found wisdom in this breakdown, do me a favor. Hit subscribe, show some love, and stay tuned for more content like this. Remember, the path to true wisdom is a journey, not a destination. See you in the next video.